Food, the driving force, the basis of all the human civilization, carries with it several interesting tales of socio-economy, of people and places. Grown, bred or extracted, in India food is not just to be consumed. It is ritual, tradition, custom and myth. We create legends out of our food and food customs, and one such legend is that of oil. Believed to be used as early as 4 BC, usage of oil finds multiple mentions in several ancient texts. Oil has ever since remained a vital component of our cooking, but how much do we know about the oil that we cook with and consume? What is the journey of oil with which we make our food, and what happens to it once it leaves our kitchens? Oil is ubiquitous. It is used everywhere. In your favourite restaurant, in fast food chains, in street food, in processed food, and in every midday snack that we munch on. India is the world's second largest consumer of cooking oil after China. Most of the commercial food outlets use oil in large quantities, and even conservative estimates place our annual consumption of cooking oil to an astronomical figure of 20 to 21 million tonnes. And like every other process in contemporary capitalism, food production involves excess, with one of the most significant proportions of wastage being that of oil. What happens to the oil in the fryer after cooking? Oil has its own journey thereafter, splishing, mixing and exchanging hands. Let us find out from the people who make our food what happens to the oil that remains.
For the cooking, it's already gone inside the dish. Like fryer, yes, we put fresh oil every day in the morning, and the night we dispose it off. It is really a health hazard, especially the oil for frying which is used. It keep on using it again and again. The smoking point goes down, oil gives a lot of smoke at even low temperature also, and the chemical bonding changes, and it affects the taste of the dish, and definitely it's not healthy.
So what happens to all this oil that is collected? It is sold openly through existing channels by large oil recyclers. It is sold to industries to make secondary products like soap and fuel. But a considerable fraction of the oil makes its way back into the food market again. What if the oil which we use to fry our foods comes back into our kitchen? What if the oil collected from all the restaurants and factories gets mixed with fresh oil and is repackaged and sold back to us? Many small oil traders and cartels buy used cooking oil at a fraction of the original cost and mix it with fresh oil. The cocktail thus achieved looks like new oil. Afterwards, it is partly refined and packaged like any other oil and circulated back into the market. Many of the roadside street vendors buy this cheap variant and keep on using it until it becomes completely unusable.
तो जो आखिर में कुछ बच जाता है वो जो यूज़ नहीं हो पाता वो यूज़ नहीं होता उसको फेंक देते हैं फिर जो काला काला ज़्यादा हो जाता है ना बिल्कुल उसको फिर फेंक देते हैं वो कहाँ फेंकते हैं नाली के अंदर
Reusing oil is anything but beneficial. For instance, studies across the board reveal that a large number of esophagus cancer patients out there had been consuming food prepared using reheated cooking oil.
जैसे कढ़ाई में हमने 2 किलो तेल डाला, उसके अंदर चीज़ फ्राई कर रहे हैं, वो थोड़ी देर 2 चीज़ें फ्राई करने के बाद उस तेल की जो क्वांटिटी है वो 1.25 लीटर के आसपास रह गई या 1.25 किलो के आसपास रह गई, तो उसमें हम और तेल मिला देते हैं। शाम के टाइम थोड़ा सा बच जाता है, उसको फिल्टर करके उसको अगले दिन के लिए यूज़ कर लेते हैं।
बेसिकली क्या है कि कुछ आते हैं बेगर्स आते हैं, हम क्या करते हैं उनको देते हैं, गरीब लोग होते हैं।
Often containing additives rich in saturated and trans fats that can trigger cancer. Reheated oil is also known to create highly charged free radicals, that are potential carcinogens. Other dangers and harms of reusing cooking oil include onsets of acidity, heart disease, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and alimentary tract problems. Let's find out what the top doctors and medical association have to say on this.
You ask me, I would ban it, that you cannot reuse it. Trans fats come, the worst form is in reuse cooking oil. So you cook it once and then you cook it again, that's the worst you can do. Accumulated fat will cause every possible disease like diabetes, like cancer, like kidney failure. If you are overusing used oil already, the risk to your life becomes much more. So our advice is, try to stay away from buying used oil.
Lack of government oversight and regulations has also fueled blatant resale of used cooking oil by restaurants, food vendors, and even the snack food industry.
Say public is uneducated, they can't see and read the labels, they can't find out what does it mean. Change your oil every time you're using it. Rancid oils increases free radicals. Free radicals are linked to atherosclerosis as well as some types of cancers, and they can precipitate heart attacks in individuals who already have blockages.
Coming to grips with this malaise, FSAAI, the country's top food regulator, has prescribed a reuse limit for oil of 3 times. But this limit is, however, voluntary and is followed more in the breach. To say this is incredibly short-sighted would be an understatement. Maybe we ought to take a leaf out of how other countries have managed this problem.
All the Indians who are going to get heart disease, if we let them get heart disease, there will be so much financial, economic, social burden on our country that we may not be able to bear it. So it's important that we pay full attention to it and actually start a definite program to reverse all this.
The health of our future generations hinges upon the decisions we make today. How willing are we to stop the menace coming from used cooking oil? Letting the economy take precedence over public health has hit societies before and is bound to hit us hard in the future again. Time is running out for us. Let's act before it is too late.